Jason, thanks for stopping by the booth at NRF 2023.
Thanks for having me, Tom. It's great to be here.
So you're the founder and exec chair of Marketplacer. We just heard a great session, a testimonial by Chemist Warehouse on the stage here. They were glowing about the Marketplacer solution there. That's a huge company, a lot of people don't know that, 500 plus stores, multi-billion-dollar retailer. Can you share some more about that success story?
Yeah, so Chemist Warehouse is one of the world's leading pharmacy businesses, and then they approached us just over a year ago with the problem to solve is they wanted to grow without the need of holding inventory. They wanted to grow and range extend into new categories, and ultimately wanted to grow by doing strategically probably the next big thing in commerce. When you create a marketplace solution, it's not like you can. It's not like putting in an email sort of conversion tool where you can go by 0.22%. It's strategic, and it's the next big thing that you're really going to be able to get that next growth curve for double-digit growth and really transform your business.
Great, and as you said, it is a journey, not just the installation. It's a business transformation in addition to the technology. And you've had a lot of great long-term clients. Can you tell us about those partnerships with your clients?
Yeah, well, when you do something strategic, it's not around. You can't conform to a box in what we do. The way we're built with API first led strategy, but also as a mindset, as an organisation, we deeply partner. With all of our marketplaces on a global basis, because we know with something so strategic and it's a fluid world that we've got to really work together and build that relationship and trust. But most importantly, share the success together.
Great. And you have over 100 clients. Very impressive. Can you share some of the other names?
Yeah, we really focus on picking winners. And really strategically working through and understanding the business case behind making the marketplace successful. So we work with some of the world's largest retailers. Woolworths is a great example within the Australian market that we launched some time ago. They're one of the best grocery retailers in the world. We've now got 25,000 SKUs live in their marketplace, and they only have 8,000 1PL products. So wow. We've now got nearly 3 times the amount of SKUs driving through the marketplace, and it's been a wonderful experience and another great success story. We run department stores like Myer, where are more of a traditional bricks and mortar store, really to sort of reinvent themselves, and we've seen some incredible case studies behind that. Chemist Warehouse, which I walk through from a pharmacy perspective. We run fashion marketplaces and sports marketplaces all over the globe. So, it's been a really exciting journey.
Yeah, great. I know there's some other U.S. Big accounts that you can't talk about yet, but maybe next year we look forward to hearing those success stories.
Yeah,
we're public.
That's right. We've actually got some of the largest retailers in the US onboarding at the moment and signing, and we've actually got some of the largest retailers in Europe onboarding and signing, and that deep partnership, how our technology is built, and that expertise that we bring in launching a marketplace is something that they've joined our community for.
Great. Hey, you mentioned the APIs. Our tech team loves the very modern architecture of Marketplacer. The webhooks, the event-driven architecture, the GraphQL interfaces, very modern, scalable architecture. Can you talk about some of the benefits of that?
It's something our technologists focused on over 4 years ago when we thought, how do you scale the marketplace? You can't lock people into an inflexible box when we're dealing with some of the world's largest enterprises. So we've heavily focused on the GraphQL API layer. So every single feature and function that's built on Marketplacer is built on this. And it's not only the order flow, it's actually the supplier experience as well. Because what we're finding and where the world's heading is if you're creating a really large marketplace, category extension or range extension is really important in there. So that GraphQL layer from the supplier experience is enabling some of these really large enterprises to not only have a third-party seller portal, but actually create a supplier experience of the future. A supplier experience where you can log on and see 1PL products and 3PL products into a single destination. A supplier experience where you can see all of your payouts and all of your payments that as a business you're going to make to these suppliers in a single destination. An experience where people can log in and see in-store data and analytics and online data analytics and the performance of their marketplace experience all come together in a single actionable insights account. And so it's a really unique offering that we've got. Our customers love it. And it sort of forges back into our data architecture and our data platform. So when you join Marketplacer, your customer is always your customer, and we make it so easy through our modern data architecture for you to absorb that back into your reporting. Because what often you find when creating a marketplace, when you separate the processes so much from 1PL to 3PL, you stop some of the velocity. By freeing up this data model, your merchandisers, your buyers, your planning divisions have one reporting flow, so it becomes part of that consolidated journey of growth rather than a fragmented approach to trying to scale a marketplace. And we got some great feedback on the back of it.
That's great. Yeah, that business tooling is so important for making a business, not just a technology integration, but making sure that the people that are running it and operating it can be successful and get the insights and leverage it and tune it to the way they need it to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you mentioned the importance of the suppliers and the ecosystem, a two-sided ecosystem. Marketplacer has a lot of great, probably the most integrations into both e-commerce platforms for the operator, your customer, and integrations into e-commerce platforms for sellers. It's amazing how many you built out and the network you have of sellers there. Can you talk about some of the benefits of that?
Well, I think there's two bits when creating a marketplace. It's operators who want to turn into marketplaces. So we spoke about the GraphQL API there and the great documentation and the advocacy we put around that. But then it's too hard. It's been historically too hard to create these marketplaces. It's been historically really expensive and longer timelines to get the delivery of the project live. So again, something we heavily focused on some time ago was our relationship with the larger e-commerce platforms. So our relationship with Salesforce Commerce Cloud and the cartridge that we've built out. And specifically in the United States, this cartridge just doesn't focus on your traditional basic integration. It solves your pre-auth and auth payment flows. It gets into your ability to actually do sales tax within the United States. And then we've also got an Adobe Commerce connector, a Shopify Plus connector. And something you may not know is what we've actually done in January of this year. We've released our middleware to partners. So when the partners so we've open sourced our middleware for all of these connectors. So
excellent.
If you're looking to expand, or you're on one of these platforms, even Commerce Tools, and you're on one of these platforms, your partner doesn't have to start from scratch. So we've released our IP and technology to an organisation like McFadden, so that you can. We've done a heap of the hard work, but then again, you're not restricted into this box where the cartridge is limited, and a great partner like yourself can then adapt and customise to really focus on that operator customer needs. And then on the seller connectivity piece, it's something again we've heavily focused on for some time, and we've had our M-Connect product in market for years now. So we've got pre-built seller connections into Adobe Commerce, WooCommerce, Shopify, and all of the large e-commerce systems. So if a seller wants to connect into your marketplace, because the reality is if you're selling on a marketplace, you just want to ship orders how you ship orders, right?
Right.
So if you're traditionally selling on Adobe Commerce as a seller, or you're running an e-commerce business on that, you just want to hook up the inventory in the store and the OMS component behind it and just ship those orders. So that's what we've been able to do, and we've got incredible scale behind those connectors now. So it's just been a tremendous result. And then something we're really proud of over the last sort of 6 months, we've really doubled down on the channel management approach. So we've got pre-built connectors into all the largest channel managers, Channel Advisor and the Channel Advisor Network, Omnivore, Intelligent Reach. So by connecting to Marketplace, so you can not only now just connect your e-commerce store, but you can actually, if you're already selling on a marketplace and using a channel manager, you just make it easier to connect and grow.
Excellent. Yeah, those vendor aggregation networks, the channel management solutions are really critical to scaling, as well as the M-Connect, all those connectors into the different technology platforms that the sellers operate on. And so much of scaling a marketplace involves getting more sellers and getting more products and processing more orders, and M-Connect makes that easy and scalable.
The problem we're trying to solve is historically a lot of people have said that the projects may take too long. There's complexity around them. It may cost too much, versus where their mindset is and how they can do it. So the problem we're solving is just to make it easier for people to create enterprise and large-scale marketplaces on a global basis. And no difference to our partnership in that ecosystem around open sourcing the connection layer. It's making your life easier, de-risking the project and scaling out.
That's so important for a successful implementation.
No, fantastic.
Well, as you mentioned, the partnership's great. So, Jason, we really appreciate the partnership from McFadden Digital and the Marketplacer. And thanks for stopping by here at NRF Big Show 2023.
No, fantastic. Thanks, Tom.
Thank
Great
you.
to be here.
Thanks, Jason.